In the headlines, commercial banks comply with Central Bank of Nigeria's directives, attend to customers. Bandits kill clergyman, abduct wife in Kaduna. 25 people killed, 10 injured in Bauchi road accident. On the foreign scene, at least 23 killed in Mississippi tornado storms as search and rescue operations continue. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for joining. And now the details. Lagosians have been reacting to the compliance by commercial banks to the order issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, on the release of the cash to customers. Our crew monitored compliance in Lagos and reports that residents are glad that life will return to normal in the days ahead.
There's now a sense of relief among Nigerian citizens as commercial banks in the country are now keying into the order of the Central Bank of Nigeria to open for operation on Saturdays and Sundays to meet the demands of their customers as part of coordinated efforts to ensure the circulation of more notes. Some Lagos residents add their views to the new development.
I haven't been seeing the situation right now. Concerning the money, the cashless money, right away. The bank is doing well. They are trying. I just went from the bank. I came back from bank right away and I discovered that the things is good. The bank are paying. They are giving out a little by little. They are coming up. I have my own cash as well. I collected a little money. I could lay my hand on them in the bank, and it's okay. Everything is working. And I believe that this is going to be all right. So just let's keep moving.
They are not giving out cash. It's just few banks that are obeying the law. Other banks are not obeying. Banks like UBA, they are not obeying. Access Bank, that one is nowhere to go about. They are not giving out any cash. And if you want to talk about Sterling Bank, is the only bank that are giving out cash, and the queue there is just too much. So that is all I can say about it.
Those who spoke called on the CBN to ensure total compliance as some banks did not comply.
I want CBN to do. I want them to pump money for the whole bank. So because the scarce money is too much, because we are suffering too much. So I won't make the pump money. So because if they start like that, the Wednesday, everybody will go slack. Because I will join them.
Why people are not seeing cash, is not good like that. It's not much enough in our country. And I think it's a great idea for CBN to give this kind of order. If they can do like this for some months, maybe the money will circulate, so the money will reach everybody, to go to where they wanted to go, or to do what they wanted to do, you understand? So I think it's a really good idea. Some
Lagosians are, however, of the opinion that if banks continue to dispense cash to customers at the weekend, it will help ease the challenges with circulation of Naira notes in the country.
In the meantime, commercial banks have extended their services to weekend as part of efforts to make cash available to Nigerians. The weekend banking is equal to the CBN directive to deposit money banks following the order by the national president of the Nigerian Labour Congress that workers should picket CBN branches across the nation to protest the biting cash crunch. The swift response by the CBN to avert a national strike comes after the Supreme Court had in March 3 judgment restored the old notes as legal tender till December 31. In Abuja, some residents told Trust TV their experience with the weekend banking.
If the bank can work on Saturday, even 2 hours is more better than other days. Today, that's just very simple and nice. You be online, your turn rich, you just collect money and go. If the bank can work, even 2 hours, it will be enough to serve public. They pay me very easy, they pay me, but actually they don't pay me what I want, but the one they pay me, it will be okay for me today.
I wasn't inside the banking hall, but I went to withdraw through the ATM machine, and of course everything is fine. initial stage, but I think the withdrawal limit per day was 10,000 naira. But now things have really improved. So we are able to withdraw 40,000 naira to go now. Like we withdraw 20,000 naira twice. That is for GT to GT. But for other bank, it doesn't work for other bank.
They've done a lot of work as people withdraw 40 or 20 amounts anyone where what. But I think I don't want to withdraw 100 for you, but from 40 down. So everything is okay.
The minister in charge of Ekwa Church, Buddha II, Reverend Musa Mairimi of the Kaswa Magani in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, was on Thursday shot dead by bandits. The Kaduna State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Reverend John Hayab, who confirmed the incident on Saturday, explained that the attackers stormed the community on Thursday and killed the clergyman in his residence. He lamented that the bandits also abducted the deceased wife. Reverend Hayab further informed that over 100 people abducted from various local government areas such as Kauru, Jaba, Kachia, Kagarko, and Kajuru are still in captivity for over 6 months now. He lamented that Khan is worried by the alarming rate of kidnapping of innocent souls at this hard time when people can hardly put food on their table. He called on security agencies to be more proactive in ensuring that society is free from the activities of bandits. The Nigerian Army on Saturday graduated 594 ex-Boko Haram members after undergoing 6 months de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration program in Gombe State. The graduation ceremony of the repentant terrorists took place at Malam Sidi camp in Kwame local government area of the state. The camp commandant, Colonel Uche Nwabuehi, said that out of the 594 who underwent the training, 3 were from Niger and 1 from Chad Republic. Now, Nwabuehi confirmed, further said that of the 590 Nigerians of Nigerians, 15 were from Adamawa, 495 Borno, 16 from Kano, 3 from Gombe, 16 from Yobe, 13 from Kaduna, and 1 from Kogi. Others include 12 from Bauchi, 5 each from Jigawa and Katsina, 4 from Kebbi, 2 from Zamfara, and 1 each from Nasarawa and Plateau. The commandant said that 6 Christians were among those who participated in the de-radicalization program. The anti-thuggery agency in Zamfara State says suspected hoodlums vandalized the agency's secretariat during the March 21 post-election violence in the state after announcement of governorship election results. The commandant, Bello Bakiaswa, disclosed this while speaking with newsmen in Gusau on Saturday. The State Police Command in a statement said it had arrested 40 suspected hoodlums for the alleged violence. Bakiaswa, who described the violence as an ugly incident, condemned the level of theft and destruction by some alleged party supporters in the state. He noted that the agency remained apolitical and was established by Governor Bello Matawalle to complement security agencies to promote peace and stability in the state. According to him, 2 operational vehicles of the agency, including a Hilux and Peugeot 406 Salon belonging to the agency, were stolen by the hoodlums, adding that properties worth 50 million naira at the secretariat were also stolen by the hoodlums. The Federal Road Safety Corps in Bauchi State has confirmed that 25 people died while 10 others were injured in an accident that happened at Udobo along the Hadeja-Potuskum Road in Gamawa local government area of the state. FRSC sector commander in the state, Yusuf Abdullahi, who confirmed the incident on Friday, said the lone crash involving a Toyota Hummer bus occurred on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. He said the driver, who had 24 people in the bus, lost control and ran into 11 people taking shelter under a tree close to a car wash. No fewer than 4 persons have been confirmed dead in an accident that happened at Lafenwa area of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. It was gathered that a diesel-laden tanker rammed into a shop and vehicles parked by the roadside. Florence Okpe, the FRSC spokesperson in the state, said that many were trapped in the crash as the tanker caught fire immediately. Okpe said that 2 other vehicles were involved in the crash that occurred at Lafenwa roundabout. She said that the total number of persons involved in the accident could not yet be confirmed. However, she said that 4 male adults have been confirmed dead by first responders. The Lagos State Ministry of Justice has initiated the prosecution of Oluwaseun Oshibanjo, driver of the BRT bus that collided with a moving train in Lagos on March 9. The Lagos State government said a prima facie case of manslaughter and grievous body harm was established against the driver, who will face a 16-count charge. According to a statement signed on Friday by the Director of Public Affairs in the ministry, Grace Allo, the incident, which involved Lagos State government staff heading to work in the staff bus and passengers of the train, resulted in 6 fatalities, with about 96 others with various degrees of injuries, while noting that the office of the DPP would immediately file charges against the driver. The statement added that his arraignment before the Ikeja High Court would be delayed until he is fully fit to stand trial, having sustained serious injuries during the accident. It will be recalled that the LASG staff bus collided with a train on March 9 at the PWD railway crossing at Ikeja, and the train dragged the bus with its passengers along the tracks until it came to a stop at Shogunle, a suburb of Ikeja. Meanwhile, the Lagos State government says a case of involuntary manslaughter in addition to reckless and negligent act has been established against Chrisland School, some members of staff and a vendor in the death of a student, Whitney Adeniran. The Office of the Director of Public Affairs, Lagos State Ministry of Justice, in a statement on Friday, said that the suspects will be charged with the offences contrary to sections 224 and 251 of the Criminal Law and Laws of Lagos State 2015. Adeniran was said to have slumped during her school's inter-house sports on February 9. After an autopsy, it was revealed that the 12-year-old died from apraxia and electrocution. Following the controversial circumstance surrounding the student's death, the state government, through the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Moyosore Onigbanjo, ordered a coroner's inquest into the matter to ascertain the cause of death. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we'll take a look at uniting Nigerians after politics of ethnicity. Details of this and more after the break. To support Africa's goal of strengthening.
Now, looking at the activity chart, as you can see right here, a total volume of 130.
Inherited a Boko Haram crisis that at that time was restricted to Yobe.
How secure are they? You can see security men with blood.
This is
closed the road leading up to the
Really, if you look at England squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at
Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back. This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up, let's take a look at the top stories again. Commercial banks comply with Central Bank of Nigeria's directives, attend to customers. Bandit kill clergyman, abduct wife in Kaduna. Now to some more stories. A rainstorm on Friday rendered many homeless after destroying houses in Iyara, the headquarters of Ijumu local government area of Kogi State. An unspecified number of people were reported to have sustained various degrees of injuries in the disaster. The heavy rain started at about 4 p.m. as some classrooms of Community High School Iyara were torched by the storm. Now, although there was no loss of life, those injured, according to reports, are currently receiving treatment in an undisclosed hospital. The president of Iyara Development Association, Aliyu Badaki, expressed sadness over the disaster, which he described as unfortunate. Some residents of Lagos have urged newly elected leaders in the just concluded elections to work towards unifying the country and its people. Among them is the chief imam of 1004 Mosque in Victoria Island, Lagos, who told Trust TV that the ethnic politics that was played during the general election is unfortunate and affecting relationships between ethnic groups. Hence, all hands must be on deck to unify the country and its people. Abbas Ibrahim Dalibi reports.
Some Nigerians are worried about the ethno-religious politics that was played in the just concluded elections and how it is affecting the relationships between different ethnic groups in the country. Sheikh Ibrahim Suleiman, the chief imam 1004, lamented the situation, urged those in power to ensure that such differences are resolved to enable Nigerians to continue to live in harmony with one another.
Parties has come in the name of religion, in the name of tribalism. They come out with unexpected, thinking that make us to think otherwise. What we are expecting from the governor is to bring close to the ummah, to relate to all the ummah, so that we already know that he's doing that, but this time around it should be different, because he know that the throne is almost falling.
Also, Abdul Hadi Sani, the special assistant to the Ogun State Governor on inter-ethnic affairs, said the high level of disunity among Nigerians was seen during the elections, adding that there is need for warring parties to shift their sort of ethnicity.
We have disunity, a whole lot of issues. So every leader that's been elected, I'm very sure is quite aware of all these issues, and we have to swift into action immediately to remedy this situation. And I'm quite happy all the leaders that have received a certificate. Most of them, if not all, the first thing that we say, this is the healing moment. The election has come and gone. We have to call ourselves together to the round table and see how to move our state and our country at large to the promised land. The whole lot of issue we are having is enough for us to face, not to start fighting ourselves again.
The Sarkin Hausawa of Marine Beach in Apapa, Alamu Abdullahi, disclosed that since the elections has come and gone, those that won should carry along everyone in the task of building the nation. He said, for them as the custodian of the people's culture and traditions, they promote peaceful coexistence among all tribes. Abbas Ibrahim Alibi, Trust TV, Lagos.
People living with tuberculosis in Oyo State have been advised to take advantage of the ongoing free tuberculosis test currently being carried out by the state government in order to reduce the prevalence of the disease among residents. The Commissioner for Health, Tayo Olabode, made the call on Friday at the commencement of the 2023 World Tuberculosis Day held in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The report.
Figures from the Oyo State Ministry of Health show that Nigeria ranks 6th among the 30 high TB-burdened countries globally and first in Africa, while Oyo State accounts for 13th high tuberculosis-burdened states in Nigeria. The ministry says the total number of individuals screened for tuberculosis in the state stood at 136,226 in the year 2022, while 11,747 were diagnosed and placed on treatment, with 663 patients co-infected with tuberculosis and HIV. Worried by these statistics, the State Ministry of Health, in collaboration with partners, converged on the Oyo State College of Health Science and Technology to sensitize upcoming health practitioners on the dangers of tuberculosis. Partners at the event emphasized the need for stakeholders to work together towards reducing the prevalence of tuberculosis in the state.
Nigeria ranks 6th among the 30 high TB-burdened countries in the world. We have India, Indonesia, China, Philippines, Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Those 8 countries, that's why we have 60% of the world TB cases. And Nigeria is now ranking number 6 among those 30 high-burdened TB-burdened countries.
And I want to urge all of us, it is our responsibility, it is our duty as parents, as neighbors, as healthcare workers to give hope to people who may have TB and are shy because of stigma and discrimination in our communities. People should feel confident to come out and find out if they have had cough for over 2 weeks and are not getting better even after they've taken medication.
Stakeholders at the event also took turns to reiterate their commitment towards eradicating tuberculosis in Oyo State.
We want to decentralize TB management to all the communities in Oyo State. Why are we here? We want to stop TB in Nigeria because with everyone we can do it.
We'll be able to, in a way, strengthen diagnostic capacity of the state through WHO-approved rapid molecular means through NAMS pattern of recent TB lab, and this has also helped us to increase the case finding and also bridge the gap in TB diagnosis.
To demonstrate the seriousness in eradicating the disease in the state, stakeholders used the opportunity of this year's theme, Yes, We Can End TB, to renew calls for residents to go for TB testing, which is now available across the 33 local government areas across the state.
Now, on the foreign scene, at least 23 people have been killed after a tornado and severe storm swept through this U.S. state of Mississippi. The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency said dozens were injured and 4 people missing as search and rescue teams combed through the destruction looking for survivors after the storm struck Silver City in western Mississippi. Search and rescue operations were underway in Shaky and Humphreys counties, about 110 kilometers north of state capital Jackson. The rural towns of Silver City and Rolling Fork reported destruction as the tornado swept northeast at 113 kph without weakening, racing towards Alabama through towns including Winona and Amory into the night. And that's it for the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.